welcome back, and thanks for tuning in. It's the health edition of Galaxy today. Today's topic is insomnia or lack of sleep. According to available statistics, between 10% and 30% of adults have insomnia at any given point in time. And of course, if we take Lagos, Nigeria as a case study, we all know because of the hustle and bustle, a whole lot of us, maybe except babies and maybe the unemployed, we are not all sleeping at all. So, but does this have medical or health implications? That, amongst other things, is what we're going to be finding out on the program today. Joining us in the studios is our friend, our partner, very dedicated doctor, Dr. Tuyi Mebaondu, who is a public health practitioner. Good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir, for coming again.
I know
you
didn't sleep well.
I didn't sleep well. I don't think I got more than 3 hours of sleep.
Maybe we should start from there. What is the length of time that is required for sound sleep medically?
Again, the length depends on your age. Okay. For children, of course, they may need as much as 13, 14 hours of the sleep on average. But at a teenage level, of course, at around 5, 6 years, maybe about 11 hours. But at teenage level, you know, so 7 to 9 hours. For adult, normally 7 to 9 hours. If you are older, 6 hours, 8 hours. That is the pattern. So again, I'm talking generally for active people. At least you need 7 to 9 hours of sleep.
Interesting. Well, maybe if they lengthen the time a bit, then a lot of us will be able to get like 5 to 6 hours. But if it remains at 24 hours, I doubt it. But
but again, you've seen countries where they actually take this thing as a serious thing.
Yes.
If you go to the neighboring West Africa country, you see that even at the middle of the day, maybe around 12, they have
there's a break, yes.
Whatever you are doing, you have to go and relax. I just use that to catch some sleep. Because quite a lot of the things we see and we experience might actually be related to challenge of sleeping.
Okay.
I can tell you.
Understanding what insomnia is, I mean, given the relatively unique circumstances that we find ourselves, people getting from work, you know, getting home late at night, and they have to wake up early in the morning. At what point do you begin to think that you have insomnia and it begins to be a life-threatening disease for you?
Again, there are few ways to recognize whether you are having sufficient sleep, okay? Because insomnia itself is lack of sleep in terms of quality and quantity. Okay. So, you know, quality has to do with the depth, quantity has to do with the time. Okay, so it's a two-dimensional thing. We're looking at depth and, you know, length of the sleep. Now, we try to discuss what it means to have the length by saying that we need 7 to 9 hours to sleep. But in terms of depth, also, you know, you can start suspecting that you're not having sufficient sleep when, for instance, you are in a meeting, you know, a meeting at the place of school, you start sleeping. Okay, you've just finished eating food, you start sleeping. You get irritable and moody unnecessarily. You find it difficult to concentrate. Okay. And then these are some of the core, you know, things that is point out to the fact that actually you may not be having sufficient sleep. Apart from the fact that you have slept and you've woken up, and sometimes, most of the time, if you have need to use alarm to wake yourself up from bed, you're not having sufficient sleep. If you have to drag yourself out from bed and find so reluctant to stand up from your bed, you are not having sufficient sleep. These are some subtle signs that, you know, because insomnia itself will not just manifest just suddenly like that. Okay, it's a graduation. You know, the thing is subtle and just creeps in on you. So when you start noticing those things, despite the fact that you have slept, you woke up, you are feeling tired. You not have quality sleep. Okay. You want to get out from bed, you have to drag yourself. Oh God, I feel so reluctant. And the fact of alarm sounds, you just put it off and then try to say, okay, let me do 5 minutes more. You are not having quality sleep. And then you now get to
or you actually sleep, but you still wake up that tired.
Yes. Yeah. And then, for instance, if you in the night you find that you are just waking up, you know, you are participating in the television that is going on,
tossing and turning.
You know, tossing and turning. That's not, you are not having good sleep. And then you now get to work, you just feel tired, despite the fact it's still early morning. You didn't have quality sleep. And then suddenly you eat some food and then you now feel tired again and you feel sleepy. That you didn't have enough. And then you enter a conference center or a conference venue, or when the room is a bit cool, and then you just doze off. You are dozing. You are not having quality sleep.
Wow, that describes like a whole cycle of things I go through averagely.
But what if you have a sound sleep and then you still feel sleepy at work? Is there another side of
Again, we appreciate the
what
fact
we
that
term laziness?
there are some other things. No, there are some other things that could cause loss of sleep. Let's get that straight. But when all those medical conditions are excluded and you still have all these things I've just described, the likelihood is that you're not having sufficient sleep.
Okay, doctor, let me ask, does insomnia, does it occur independently, just because you're not sleeping enough, or could there be a more serious medical problem causing you not to be able to sleep or stay asleep?
For us to have a clear understanding of possibly, the need to have sufficient sleep, we can try to understand the normal sleep rhythm, the sleep-wake rhythm, because the body itself must undergo that sleep-wake cycle for many reasons. One, the body needs to repair itself. You need to repair the body. Your brain, your heart, you need to, in fact, you need to transfer a lot of knowledge to a deep memory store, a long memory store, and then you need to actually, recalibrate the brain in a way. Apart from that, apart from memory, you need to actually restore the body back. Most of this restoration happens during the sleep. It's refreshing, happens during the process of sleeping. And then, yes, as the day is darkening, the urge to sleep starts, getting increased because of the secretion of some chemicals in the body that is the quantity in the body is getting higher, and then it has to calm the body down. And then, lo and behold, yes, by that time you fall into sleep, and the sleep itself has to go through about 3 stages. There is what we call the non-rapid eye movement sleep and the rapid eye movement sleep. The best way to describe the non-rapid eye movement sleep is to say that the brain is inactive in an active body. That's the beginning of your sleep. There you are, you are conscious. If they call you, you can easily wake up. You are just trying to fall asleep, but your brain is not really, active there, but your body is active. Then you move from there, you graduate through the scales and then end up with what we call the REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. In that situation, the body is paralyzed, in quotes, but the brain is very active, and that's the dream state. That's why it's possible for you to dream. That's why it's possible for your heart rate to increase. That's why it's possible for you to jump, even inside your dream when you are dreaming. That's why it's possible for you to jump, because you are in what we call, rapid eye movement sleep. Okay. So now, in that process, a lot of repair happens in the body, both in your memory, in your thought process, and even in your systems, the heart, the lungs, and even the respiratory system. So all these things, the repair has to go on. So, but now, when there's lack of quality REM sleep, or lack of quality even non-REM sleep, you start experiencing problems from the brain to the heart, to your concentration, to your attention span, and then, gradually these things form together and leads to a more challenging health situation.
You seem to have established the fact that sleep plays a vital role in preventive health care for humans. But let's try to break this down and understand it better. There are people who, for one reason or the other, even if it's not for lack of sleep, we want to wake up earlier to fix the day. Some will want to pray, some will have to read, some will have
get
to
the
take
children ready
business and all
for
of that.
school.
Now, is it life-threatening not to have enough sleep? At what point do you begin to, not many people will want to go and see the doctor for not sleeping. Perhaps that's why it's being underdiagnosed.
Now, we tend to assume that if we can postpone some critical function to the bedtime by stealing 1 or 2 hours from our sleep to work, and then we think we'll be productive. We've checked studies here and there. We find that is not a proper thing. Okay, the best thing is, that is why you see that even students that try to cram all night may not actually perform better than those ones that actually sleep, because you know, even for you to use your memory appropriately, you need that sleep. You know, and secondly, we've seen that the second reason why we have accidents on the road is actually sleepiness on wheel, not drunkenness. That you have to, you know, it's not drunkenness, because sleepiness, tiredness, and sleepiness, you know, on the road. If you can actually let people understand that, that becomes an important thing. Then also, we've seen that lack of sleep is related to concentration, is related to memory, is related to, you know, ability to function properly.
That's right.
It's related to cardiovascular health. It's related to mood and emotion. So you see quite a lot of edgy people on the road. You see quite a lot of people that cannot honestly, you know, concentrate on the work at hand. You see a lot of mistakes. Even if you look at quite a lot of, let's say, some critical work like healthcare work now, which you have to deprive yourself of a lot of sleep, okay? You see that the mistake is likely to happen when that sleep deprivation is prolonged. I'm not even surprised that to a large extent our politicians are not functioning properly. Maybe of them, because most of the time they don't sleep. And more importantly, you see the another issue with the religious people. They don't want to sleep. They have to do night vigil. But it's written in their holy book that God gave you sleep. He gave it to sleep.
He gave us a beloved sleep.
Yes. And so what are you now saying now?
You said 7 to 9 hours. Must those hours be complete during the midnight? Can you make up for it during the day?
Again, yeah, if you have the chance to do a nap, you know, like I've mentioned some countries that reduce the work hours and give time for people to rest in a way that you go and have siesta. You know, especially the French countries, the French-speaking countries. So again, if you try to organize yourself, what I'm saying is that because before you start describing that somebody has lost sleep or is having insomnia, it's not just 1 or 2 days experience. It's a chronic thing, you know, that has lasted, you know, months. In fact, months. It has to be months, not just even weeks. You know, because if it's lasting for a week, that's an acute one.
That's right. Okay.
The transient one is one that just last few days and you just have to. But somebody who's, if you want to prevent somebody from having chronic insomnia, the person has to really plan his time. That most of the time, he knows that this is the time I get to walk to my room. Between 10, by 10 I must be on my bed, by 5 I must wake up. You know, that has given him 7 hours of sleep. And then if he has any time during the day, you know, if he does 30 minutes nap, then he's done well in terms of sleeping. So for us to schedule, to prepare a thorough sleep schedule, it's important. Yes, you may not be able to do that every day, but you have 7 days in a week for goodness sake. You must be able to plan it that even out of that 7 days in a week, you can have, you know, minimum of 5 days of quality sleep. And don't ever imagine that you're going to wait for a weekend to do a catch-up. No.
It
does not work
like that. Okay, all right. We'd like to ask about, you know, drug dependency, you know, in terms of treating insomnia, amongst other things. But let's take a quick break first. And when we come back, we'll go see if our station in Ibadan is ready to participate in the program today. We'll be back after this time out. Thanks for staying with us. We still have Dr. Tuyi Mibaondu with us on the program, and we're still discussing insomnia or lack of sleep. Now, doctor, let's talk about food and sleep. How is our diet really affecting the quality of sleep that we're getting?
Yeah, again, not just the diet, but the time. The time we eat. The timing of that diet is also very key. Now, we've mentioned alcohol, we've mentioned coffee. Coffee and stimulants are actually, you know, will actually affect the time you fall asleep and even the quality of the sleep you're going to have. So, as much as possible, it's better to avoid those things close to your bedtime. I mean, those things. Then, secondly, heavy meal. Because the brain activities, you know, when you fall asleep, is actually, you know, it's redistributing your key blood supply to different organs that need repair. And we don't want, you know, digestion to be part of the thing that is going to happen when somebody is asleep. Now, spicy food, okay, because some of them can actually lead to heartburns. In one of your prompts, you were mentioning the heartburns and, you know, and digestive problem as one of the things that can actually cause sleep disorder. Okay. So, you know, if you take spicy food and you know that you are prone to heartburn, and then of course in the night you might just wake up with the heartburns at the middle of the night and then feeling uncomfortable, which can lead to massive disruption of sleep. So these are some of the things that we need to avoid. As much as possible, when it's close to the bedtime, the food should be light, and it should be taken actually about 2 hours before
sleep.
Going to bed. Okay, so if you have your pattern that you want to sleep by 10 o'clock, of course, by 7, you should have taken your last meal so that you then sleep. Then most of the things you want to avoid things that drinks that will actually cause diuresis, more production of the urine, which can wake you up at night. If you observe really that when you are asleep, you rarely wake up, to pee, because there's a constitutional mechanism that allow the body to work and then hold, and the urine is held till early in the morning, maybe like 5 o'clock. Okay. So you don't want to take things that will make you wake up frequently in the night to avoid urine.
Let's talk about alcohol. What they say that it can be used as a form of self-treatment of insomnia. There also, a body of research is also of the opinion that alcohol inhibits glutamine, which is a natural stimulant, and that when a person stops drinking, the body tries to make up for the loss of glutamine, and then it produces more. How do you...
To lose weight, you've done everything, and you find out that your weight is not going down. Try and check your sleep pattern.
Okay.
If you ask yourself, are you having sufficient sleep? There are two main hormones. One is called ghrelin, that is an appetite stimulant, and one is called leptin, which is an appetite suppressant. What lack of sleep does is this: it's then, lower the level of your leptin, so you are being stimulated to eat. You crave sugar, you crave so many things, because again, the hormone that's supposed to suppress your appetite has been disrupted by the fact that you are not sleeping enough. Because there's a place of secretion, a common secretion pathway for that hormone and the one that induces sleep. So that is the key thing. So sometimes when you see that your waistline is increasing, check your sleep pattern because of the stimulation of your appetite.
Yeah, which leads to cravings for junk
sugar,
food and all that. Wow.
Why do I have the occurrence of insomnia amongst older people and females more than males?
Again, now if you look at the development of the body itself, okay, it follows different trajectory. That's why if you look at you now, it's a big debate. Who are you exactly? Because 20 years ago, you were a different person. Today, right, you're a different person. Is it your memory that makes you? Is it the condition of your body that makes you? Suppose if somebody now chooses to say, okay, I'm going to do a kidney transplant and get another person's kidney transplant. Is that the same person? There are a lot of questions. So, but again, what we've seen generally in terms of sleep is that now the diseases that can easily lead to sleeplessness are commoner as you get older.
Okay.
The hypertension of this world, the digestive problem of this world, the respiratory challenges of this world, from chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases to even asthma and all those things. They are commoner. All these things, can actually, lead to loss of sleep. They're commoner. Then, even if you're looking at anxieties and worries and all those things, they tend to be more anxious and worried. The depression is commoner, especially, for women that are kind of having challenges either at the home front or with the work. So these are contributory factors to loss of sleep or insomnia. So when you look at those age pattern, you tend to see more of those things. That could be one of those reasons. The other reason could also be biological, because when you are looking at the circadian rhythm, which is the wake-sleep clock itself, the disruption of the wake-sleep clock is likely, to happen at those ages. That's why even when you are looking for the normal sleep pattern, the sleep hours, when you get to older age, the normal hours get smaller, between 6 and 7 hours, unlike 7 to 9 hours.
7 to 9, yeah, while you're more active.
11 hours at an earlier age.
Okay, all right. Could you please explain the major difference between insomnia and sleep apnea?
again, you know, apnea is actually, you know, a problem that has to do with difficulty in breathing. That's apnea, you know, that's as if there's a seizure of breath. Okay?
While sleeping.
While sleeping.
Okay.
Okay? That is exactly what, so when you see here apnea, it means cessation of breath. But it later comes back. So, but insomnia itself has to do with lack of sleep and the depth and quality of sleep. Now, we appreciate the fact that sleep apnea can be one of the causes of insomnia, okay? Because in the sense that, you know, the person is not having quality sleep that is reaching deep, you know, to cause those repair of the body that we so desire. Okay. So these are the main things. Now, we find out that we've seen why it is important for even some country to think sleeping properly is a serious matter. Because sleeping properly is linked to productivity, is linked to creativity, is linked to intelligence and stability of a person. Now, good sleeping quality, you know, prevents a lot of things. You know, you see quite a lot of accidents, even among people that are not drinking alcohol. Even if they have taken alcohol, it's not because the alcohol has intoxicated them, but because they didn't have quality sleep. You know, on the wheel, they have challenges. And when you have people that have to take decision for you, okay, it becomes important that, you know, they must be in the right frame of mind to take the decision, because decision taking without proper appreciation of without proper concentration, you know, will definitely affect the generality of the people. So, I mean, sleep and sleeping properly is a key thing. Even if for me, if anyone finds out that suddenly his blood pressure starts rising, the person is ready to sit down and look at his sleep pattern and try to correct it, you know, and for him to have quality sleep. It's not by using drug, okay? Because let's face it, by the time the person looks at his diet, the person engages in exercise, try to do what we call sleep calendar and make sure that he sleeps properly and have necessary rest. Not sleeping with a phone by your side or TV on in your bedroom. You know, you have proper rest, and then you look at your diet, you do all those things, and then you now have quality sleep. Let's say for a month, I would challenge the person to first of all try to go back and look at the blood pressure pattern, because you see, to his surprise, you might be able to do a lot of correction without necessarily having to start swallowing drugs. And what we tend to do is that we don't want to encourage swallowing of pills to induce sleep. Now, if we have a serious acute stage that is, you know, that is associated with violent behavior, sleeplessness associated with some violent behavior, then those things might be appropriate to consider drug. But if it is a sleep pattern that is cropping on you gradually, because you see somebody now, you know, just by sitting down in front of TV and watching is already feeling sleepy, that person is not having quality sleep.
Okay. I was going to ask you about sleep hygiene. There's a concept that the bedroom should only be used for sleep and sex, and that you need to take away all the distractions you mentioned earlier, TVs and all of that. But how does it work in a situation, let's bring it home to Africa, where your bedroom is your living room?
Exactly, or sometimes an extension of your office.
And then you have all the gadgets there. How do you manage the present realities with sleep hygiene?
I think even no matter the challenge we're facing, we can still craft a way, you know, out of it that can actually assure quality life. Let's look at a typical scenario. Here you have just single bedroom, father, mother staying there. The children are also staying there. Now, the first thing, and then the television is also there. The first thing is the family is for the father to put his feet down and say that, wait a minute, at 10 o'clock, this TV goes off. Okay. I don't care what you want to watch. You know, at 9 o'clock, children, you have to go to your bed. You know, and then you wake. Because you even see small children now, you know, staying awake watching lots of cartoons, you know, till 11. It's wrong. You know, at 9 o'clock, I don't care. Enter the bedroom, take your bath, go to the corner you're sleeping, and lie down to sleep. At 11 o'clock, we off the television, and we say, okay, mommy is going to wake up by 5 o'clock to start preparing the children for school. So again, even in that small space, you can still, you know, arrange what we call a proper sleeping pattern and order. Because the 24 hours of the day is sufficient for us to plan a lot of things if we follow order. Now, the second thing is that the second scenario a young man is having this room, his bed is here, and his workstation is over there. Okay? Now, even your work must have a pattern. You're going to start working from so time to so time. It must be that by 10 o'clock or 11, as when you want to sleep, you shut down everything. In fact, you take your phone to you put it in the vibration mode and put it so far away from you. And then you say, listen, let me have natural good sleep, because that will enhance my productivity, that will make me alert, that will make me, you know, more creative, you know, even to go back to the place. So even in that scenario, it's also possible. Of course, the common scenario, the scenario we crave for and we try to look at is where you have a bedroom and your living room. Of course, that is very easy and simple. Now, we are in an environment where we have a lot of interference. Now, when you try, maybe you woke up around 2 a.m. for about 30 minutes, and then you start falling asleep by 4. By 5, noise from this, somebody who wants you to go to heaven is ringing bell near your door.
It's called early morning call.
And then somebody now puts, because, you know, it feels that you must listen to, you know, to the call to prayer before you can believe. You understand? Then start disturbing you. That one is a great disturbance. It's an issue. It appears so little, but it's a serious issue. Because, you see, yes, as much as you may expect that I become you, I'm not obliged to live my pattern based on your own realities.
Let's explore these unique circumstances a bit further. You talked about there are certain people who can't even sleep without watching the TV.
Yeah.
And you said it's wrong. Let's talk about music. There are other people who would just want the music on before they sleep. And then there's also
for some of us, music actually sets the
helps
mood.
You to
to fall asleep.
Relax and all that. But
Some kind of music.
There are people who would not just sleep without music on, and the music keep playing throughout the night. There's also the rate at which generator sound gives us that noise,
which is our current reality in Nigeria today. So
they say the Nigerians are perhaps the loudest people in the world because of the noise of generators.
Yes.
All those noise interference, are there also an impact on the pattern of sleep or the quality of sleep?
Absolutely, because again, now you feel that I cannot sleep if I don't watch television. You put on the television, you achieve the first non-REM sleep, which we call the theta. You know, the brainwave is called theta. You know, you achieve that. You know, of course, you can still be aroused. You get to the next stage. When you get to the point when your brain activity is really active and your body is passive, that noise might be part. That might be part of even your own a new reality from dream. That's why you wake up sometimes, okay, from a dream, and what you're seeing is that this was the song you were hearing in the dream that you're hearing in real life.
Exactly.
So again, those things are intrusion into the depth of your sleep.
Wow. So you're still active even though you're sleeping.
Yeah, you're sleeping. The brain is active, the body is paralyzed at the level of REM sleep, and that's the critical sleep that you need to repair a lot of things.
So you're recommending that the music should also be off?
It should be off.
You don't need
wow.
Else you'll be dancing while you're sleeping.
No,
all right. Okay, sorry, let me cut in here. Amina just sent in a hilarious one. I'm sure she's watching, and she says, my bedroom is my office, dining room, cinema, my everything.
Nice. Even with that, I appreciate that. It must be very functional.
Yes, very.
Very organized. She must be a very organized person to use the bedroom, that little space.
Yes,
for all those
almost everything.
No, it's a planning. It's about planning.
Okay.
It's about planning.
So you should like put a time
once
to
she knows
everything.
That, well, listen, this is time to sleep.
Yeah.
Everything goes off.
Goes off.
It's time for
then
sleep
you
now.
sleep. Okay.
And you sleep. Okay. So I don't think that, you know, the music, again, we've known the role of meditation, you know, the role of, you know, quietness and mindful thinking.
That's right.
In actually, you know, putting you to sleep. Again, we're not, you know, we're not too versed. We don't really do those things in this part of the world. The rest is, what we do is to try to do a noisy prayer and shout, you know, and band and kill and let them, you know, and then you wonder, because again, subconsciously, you are imbibing riotous, you know, thought process. You know, because if you have to really live with generator noise, somebody shouting, come to prayer, another one saying you will go to hell, so, you know, this and that, all those things, again, enter your subconscious in such a way that even when you want to talk, to calm down becomes difficult.
Is it possible that over time
I get what
we're
you're saying.
acclimatized? Because we're going to have to hope that
this acclimatization is
doctor,
what he's
we're
trying
going to
to say
have to
is
hope that
adapting to that is injurious to
we're going
us.
to have
That's
to
what
hope
he's trying to
that
say.
the over 500 billion naira earmarked for the Ministry of Power, Housing and Works, you know, is actually given, and the power supply is improved, because that's how many of us were born. See, where I sleep, there's a guy who puts on the gen directly opposite me. It runs throughout the night.
Yes.
Is it possible that, you know, the gene, or I don't know what you're going to call it, the body system just understand that, okay, this is Nigeria, and then when the gen is on, that's the quietest you can get. And
you just over time
is it
get
possible that we
used to
just
that
get
noise.
used to it, and we're still getting
listen, you can't be used to wrong thing. Again, for us, you know, no matter how you try to rationalize what is not proper, it's not proper. Okay. You know, I had studied and done research in a country that is known for just, you know, calmness. You know, if you talk to a Scandinavian, after you must have finished your speech, he will wait for some time, shake his head, and move as and then he will now suggest possible option. He will even tell you that what you've said is right, but suppose it could also be like this. Now you see those kind of calmness, they're not, you know, and if you correlate it with their innovativeness, it's amazing. They're innovative and creative people.
And you think it's a function of the
it's
environment?
a function of that environment that ensures the calmness of your mind. Okay? You cannot, you know, you look at your House of Reps or House of, I don't want to discuss politics, and you see chairs flickering around, people shouting on top. Even some of them shouted and collapsed. Somebody, a friend of mine told me that they were in a meeting, one neighborhood meeting.
Okay.
The guy appeared there in the meeting, was angry about something. He stood up and shouted, and collapsed and died. So again, I can always explain my point by even at this tone, even lower tone of voice. Like, listen, my friend, this is not.
And you still get the message through.
Please tell me why you are doing this. And you keep quiet and
all right.
listen.
So bottom line,
so again,
a lot of irrational behavior can be attributed
to this
lack of sleep. Yes.
Lack of quality sleep.
Quality sleep. Okay.
Sleep is so fundamental to public health.
Okay.
Proper rest is so fundamental to public health because, you know, sometimes you find out that my parent is not having hypertension. Why am I having hypertension? Look at pattern, behavioral pattern. You know, even when the famed Framingham study in Massachusetts that really characterized, you know, the hypertensive, the very, very large hypertensive study, one of the most important hypertensive study, they were mentioning what they call type A behavior and type B behavior. The type A people that are more likely to have hypertension and restlessness and problems and aggressiveness, they were very in fact, if they sit here, they will go and sit at the edge of this place. They were really hurried to get up, to get down, to go up, to go down. Again, you know, the restfulness of mind is key to defining the quality of performance, you know, the quality of creativity.
And the level of productivity.
That you are going to probably get. So insomnia is not just a word, or sleeplessness is not just a word you just pass over. I want to challenge everybody to have to sit down and do what they call a chart of how do I sleep. I've mentioned those key factors that can let you understand whether you're having quality sleep. Okay? Now you find difficult, you have to depend on what's it called? Alarm to wake you up. Even when it's waking you up, you are present, please let me sleep a bit. That means you didn't have quality sleep. You get out of bed, you are feeling still druggy and as if you know you're tired, you've not slept all the while. You are, you know, and then you now eat food. The next day you are sleeping off again. You are dozing off. That means you are not having quality. You stand in front of TV, the next thing is that you are sleeping. You are in a lecture, the next thing is that you are sleeping. You know, you've not had quality sleep.
So doctor, there's someone now who is nodding to everything you're saying. Can insomnia be treated? What can they do?
Well, yes, we've mentioned the thing. First of all, if you know that, you know, your functioning level is going down, don't blame witchcraft in your village. Don't go to touch. Don't go to your religious organization and start creating another insomnia by staying up all night. He gave us his beloved sleep. Go and sleep. What is your problem? You're not the cause of the problem of the world now.
But what if they can't sleep? There are people who
actually try to.
sleep.
Yes, but they can't.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Now, the first thing is that look at it. Go and prepare your bedroom. Make sure you arrange your bedroom in such a way that, you know, it satisfies what we call that sleep hygiene. Tidy it, make it clean.
And it has to be cool.
Maybe the color to matter.
Yes, the color. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
The bed sheet, not necessarily expensive, it must be clean. Clean and very attractive for you to sleep.
And comfortable.
You know, a comforter, if you have, if it's rain period, you can use a comforter. But again, I appreciate the challenge of mosquito, even in the best place. You understand? Right. But again, you must do deliberate effort to create appropriate hygiene.
Make the ambience.
Now, having created that ambience for sleep, okay, look at the kind of diet you take that might actually, you know, disrupt your sleep pattern and create sleeplessness for you. You know, readjust them appropriately. You have a chance to do exercise. Nice, great. Do exercise, because we find exercise, apart from helping you to sleep properly, has a load of benefits. Okay, so try. If it is working, you know, every time it's not about, you know, taking Okada to somewhere. Take a walk, for goodness sake. You know, because, you know, when you exercise the body, the restfulness becomes complete.
What about the use of drugs?
Yes, let us determine that you need drugs. I've seen a client that, you know, had a sleep pattern and some drug was prescribed to him. He went back and started using this drug. He became dependent on this drug. He could not even sleep again. That became another challenge to now treat sleeplessness caused by the use of hypnotic drugs. So again, that's why even if a doctor needs to prescribe those drugs, it's for a short period while we deal with other issues that might make you not to sleep. If you have a medical condition that's not making you to sleep, you need to treat that first, for goodness sake. If you have heartburns, you have hypertension, if somebody with stroke, somebody with some brain challenges, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson, you know, these are the things, you know, or even UTI that makes the person get up every night time. You know, you need to deal with those ones first.
Okay, doctor, let me butt in here. Someone just sent a message and is asking, is having nightmares and sleepwalking symptoms of insomnia?
Those are different types of sleep disorder. You know, there's a classification of sleep disorder. Okay, you know, it's different. That's not really a sign of insomnia per se, but they are sleep disorder. But you know, because of course, you can only have nightmare when you are that deep REM sleep, where your body is paralyzed, your brain is very active. You know, you are combining so many things. Some of the times, some of the things that happened or the rumors you had on your social media is coming into your dream, and it is being magnified. So again, that's the difference. But again, if someone now starts having nightmare repeatedly, then we need, you need to talk to public, find out why.
Let's talk about.
Sorry, Amina is back again, and this time she says, my aunt is over 50 years suffering from insomnia. She depends on pills to sleep. What should she do apart from taking pills?
I think first and foremost, we need to graduate her from those pills. We need to gradually, you know, decrease the dependence on that pill. And then probably take a proper look, a proper health check, you know. Is she having hypertension? Is she having some respiratory problem? Is she having some CNS problem that could cause, central nervous system problem that could cause that? Is she having arthritis? Okay, is she having a urinary tract problem?
Because of age.
Okay, because of age. So we need to first of all look at those ones and, you know, take those on.
Okay.
Once we do that, then like I said, the next thing is for her to sit down and tidy her bedroom. Okay. You need to create a proper bed hygiene.
Make a deliberate attempt, you know, to make your bedroom
calendar. Because even some people, they claim, I've not been sleeping. And it's okay, go and do calendar, okay, of your sleep. And you find out that, okay, they've had the sleep, then what you are now dealing with, maybe the quality. The terms of quantity will be sufficient, but we're not dealing with the quality of the sleep. Okay. So she needs to do that, but depending on drug to sleep, it's not the treatment.
Now let me ask, while we have already discussed that there might be foods, you know, that could make you not be able to sleep, are there foods that could actually induce sleep?
Well, for us, just as much as possible, once the food does not cause those kind of heartburns, does not make you, you know, have to cough and make you uncomfortable or cause abdominal discomfort, of course the food will help you. But the timing of the food is more important than the type of food. But for us, we still stay on a less of sugar, especially when you are close to your sleep period. We still recommend less of sugar.
I know about warm milk.
We still recommend, you know, dairy products. Yes. You know, and then we still recommend our fruits and vegetables.
Okay. We have to go now. Right. Just yes, within a minute, let's talk about the expected sleep order for pregnant women.
Now, again, that's one of the physiological causes of insomnia. Yeah, because pregnancy itself imposes not just extra weight, extra burden, but it disrupts the hormonal system of the body in such a way that, you know, the focus is to make sure that the baby survives and the baby is carried to term and the baby is born in good health. Now, for a pregnant woman, you know, what we usually tell them essentially is that you don't sleep on your back. Okay. You have to sleep on your side. And then we also appreciate that if the baby is kicking too often, okay, it can actually disrupt the sleep pattern of the pregnant woman. Now, what would rather be very beneficial for the pregnant woman who may find it difficult to sleep at night is actually to take those short sleep
during the day.
Yeah, short sleep during the day and whenever she can. That is the best, you know,
we're going to have to talk about this some other time.
Yes, we have to. And then lots of questions are pouring in. We can't take everything. We can't. This one, should we take one?
Okay.
I'm a full-time housewife, so I'm usually up early, and after chores, I nap. Problem is, I can't sleep at night prior to the naps. But I get so tired after the chores and need to nap. I don't, what she's trying to say is, she stays at home usually as a housewife. She gets up early. Then after she's through with her work, she takes a little nap. But the problem now is because she has taken a nap at night, she now finds it difficult to sleep. Yes.
Okay, well, let's appreciate the fact that for some people, the circadian rhythm.
You're going to have to do that in 30 seconds.
Yes. Yeah, the circadian rhythm, you can alter the circadian rhythm in some people, really. But the challenge is for us to look at how many hours does this nap take, how many hours do you sleep at night, what's the depth of the sleep at that night. Because if you look at some people's job, you know, that people that have to run night shift, people that have to, you know, work in some critically sensitive area and that does not require, their circadian rhythm tend to change. But ultimately, we have to look at, you know, what quality of sleep and quantity. So let the woman add up all these things.
All these things. Okay. All right. I think at a later date we will discuss sleep disorders, you know, in general, so that we can look at all of these things holistically. Thank you so very much, Doctor, for coming on the show again.
My pleasure anytime.
Yes.
All right. So, Minister Fashola, please ensure that the power supply gets better so that
the generator